Why are the only good people in Game of Thrones? The Starks. Before we dive in, let's just clarify something. The notion of good is pretty darn subjective, especially in the ruthless, cutthroat world of Game of Thrones. The Starks, right off the bat, are portrayed as our moral compass in the midst of Westeros's political turmoil. They uphold traditions, they respect honor and integrity, and they seem to value family above all else. Heck, their family motto warns that winter is coming, as if they're the only ones who are vigilant enough to fret about the future. So, to the casual observer in Portland, sipping on a Stumptown coffee and reflecting on the complexities of human nature laid bare by George R.R. Martin's saga, the Starks do indeed appear to be the good guys. They're the relatable underdogs we root for in a tale where heads roll more often than a Yahtzee cup. But let's not forget, Ned Stark, well, bless his honorable heart, he makes some questionable decisions. His rigid adherence to honor arguably gets him and a lot of others in 7 hells worth of trouble. His son Robb, well-intentioned and brave, chooses love over duty, which, spoiler alert, doesn't end well. And do we even need to talk about how Catelyn Stark treats Jon Snow? Now look at someone like Jaime Lannister. You probably started off hating this guy. Handsome, arrogant, and things with his sister. But as time goes on, you see the layers peel back, and you find there's a complex person there, capable potentially of both harm and good deeds. By the end, he's gained a sympathetic quality, don't you think? Or take the Hound. He's a brutal killer, but he's also fiercely protective over the Stark girls when the occasion calls for it. The thing about Game of Thrones is that it operates in the gray areas. It explores the idea that people can do horrible things for the right reasons and vice versa. The Starks are easy to root for, especially when you've got people like Joffrey or Ramsay Bolton flaying folks for their personal amusement. The Starks seem like the North Star in a world that's clouded by moral ambiguity. So why are the Starks the only good ones? They're just more consistent in their values that align with contemporary notions of decency. But remember, it's not always the goodness of the character that defines their fate in the world of Game of Thrones. It's often their political savvy and adaptability, something the Starks often learn the hard way. Still, in a world where you can't swing a cat without hitting a traitor or a tyrant, a little Stark nobility can go a long way. Just remember, when you think you've found the good guy, brace yourself. Martin's pen hasn't finished writing their dark twist yet. Good? Bad? In the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. And sometimes the good die first.